education, just to give us some background, that would be great.
Well, the concerns are that they're not following the IEPs, which are causing behaviors, and of course, they're just not learning anything. And we're at the point where the oldest child, they're just suspending him every day from school just because they don't want to be bothered with him. They're trying to force him into a home hospital program where he's just receiving 2 hours of academic services a day, where a teacher comes to the house and works with him for 2 hours a day. I've declined that, but it just boils down to the school just not wanting to deal with him. So it's gotten to the point where they just don't want the oldest one, at least at the school.
How are you feeling about that?
It's very frustrating because, at home, there's structure. We have a schedule. And that's pretty much all the school has to do, but they're refusing to do that. He's using the aide's cell phone. They have him on a tablet for most of the day, and they're really just giving him what he wants. And this is just for the oldest. And so when it comes to the point where they can't give him something that he wants, it's causing behaviors. And at some point, it also started to trickle down into the home. But it's definitely very, very, it's a struggle, because the staff, they know exactly what they're doing, and they won't change. It's like, well, I guess they assume that they're right, or they're just going to do whatever they want to do.
That does sound frustrating. So why did you decide to take a chance and join the Parents Playbook for special education success and do the work?
I just felt like I needed some additional, education, some additional background on, special education, and ways that I can assist with advocating for my children further than what I have been doing.
And did that meet your expectations, of course, deliver what you thought?
Yes, I am actually in the process right now of filing a lawsuit against the school district, which I am completing myself. So pro se. So yes, it was very helpful.
Wonderful, wonderful. Did you feel like you needed to be an attorney to understand the content?
No, actually, not at all. User friendly is good, parent friendly, advocate friendly. But yeah, it definitely made it easy for me. Mm-hmm.
So before you took this course, would you have felt as confident to file a suit against your child's school system?
Not at all, no. I mean, I had the knowledge to advocate in the IEP meetings, but not to the extent that I have now.
Right. So do you feel, is it fair to say you feel better prepared to do these hearings yourself now as a result of the Parents Playbook?
I do, yes I do. And I'm pretty sure the school hates me because of it.
I'm pretty sure you're right. And they're going to hate you a lot more.
Yes, mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We just put our big girl pants on and we do what we need to do, right? Can you give me an example of something that you learned from the course that you thought was really valuable that perhaps you did not know before you took the course?
One of the things was the processing disorders. I actually requested testing, which at this point they're kind of fighting me on it, but I'm like, there's something else there, that's causing these additional behaviors. Another thing was the manifestation hearings. Again, how I said before, they were suspending him from school, and then once I went into that module, it was like, wait, how many times have you guys suspended him? When are we going to have this manifestation and determination meeting? And then they called one, but it was only after I had asked about it. So I think those two things were like really, really helpful in the IEPs.
Wonderful. I'm glad, very glad. Do you feel like this program was time well spent and money well spent?
Yes, definitely. The resources, the things that I've learned, I think I'm able to advocate for my children a lot, and then I have paid attorneys, to file due process complaints, and the attorneys don't really always do what you ask them to do or what you want to be done. And if you do it yourself, I feel like you can get exactly the outcome that you want from the process.
Would you recommend the Parents Playbook to other parents?
Yes, I would definitely recommend the Parents Playbook. For me, it's just made me a stronger advocate for my children, for their needs, and for their education.
And what did you think about the organization of the course and the activities in the course?
For me, the modules came right on time. Like again, like from the first module all the way to the last, it was in order for what I needed for my children's IEPs.
How do you feel about your ability to help your children succeed academically now compared to, say, before, 3 months ago or so before you started taking the course?
I feel great actually because I had pretty much, prior to taking the class, I had pretty much given up because it was like, okay, I felt like the more I was advocating for the children, my children, the more I was hurting, them because of the retaliation with the school district and everything. So it was like, okay, maybe if I leave them alone, maybe the retaliation will stop or maybe this will stop. And so I had pretty much given up prior to taking the class. So it definitely helped me, again, navigate the IEP process, the meeting, and it helped me be able to take control of the meeting. Once, they were saying something that I knew wasn't true. And it's like, nope, nope, we're not using that. And I would correct them. And then I was able to get a lot more completed or a lot more of what I requested since they knew that I knew what I was talking about.
Oh, that gave me chills. I literally have goosebumps from you saying that. That is exactly why I set out to do this. Wow, I'm really excited that that was your result.
Very, very helpful.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, I'm not going to cry. I get a little emotional. When it comes to children, I get a little emotional. Okay, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, they don't expect us as parents to be prepared. They don't expect that we'll do, because we have children with disabilities and stuff, so they don't think that we're going to do any research or anything. And that's pretty much how I started off, just trusting them, thinking that they were going to do their job. And then I learned that they're not. Their job is not really to help, it's actually to save the school district money. And that's what I've been dealing with. That's what I've been fighting against for like the last 4 years. And so just the knowledge, it's very helpful.
Well, I'm so glad that it's empowered you. What I'm hearing from you is that you have like a renewed sense of hope and confidence, and you can get things done for them that maybe you couldn't have done before.
Yes, correct.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to push for more and get a manifestation determination and show them that you mean business and that you know what you're talking about. Those are all wonderful outcomes. And I want to hear how these hearings go, so let us know. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so very much for participating in my very first Parents Playbook for Special Education Success group. I'm
Thank
thrilled
you.
to have you. And please stay in touch and let me know how the children are doing. Okay?
Will do. Okay.
Take care. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.